From the National Weather Service in Raleigh, this is the weekly weather briefing for Central North Carolina. This is Jonathan Blaze. We're going to be discussing the period of this week from today, Monday, through Sunday that goes all the way out through November 1st. So we're going to go ahead and just move ahead and talk about Zeta. And I've already had a question or two about Zeta this morning. That storm system is going to continue to intensify and organize over the next few days. It is the only feature out in the tropical Atlantic that we are looking at this morning or concerned about, at least for the next few days. And looking at it in closer detail, this is the 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time or 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time advisory. So this has just been released in the past half hour. And the storm system is still officially classified as a tropical storm. However, it is forecast to intensify into a hurricane later today and then move across the portions of the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico and then begin to turn north and then northeast across the central Gulf of Mexico. Unfortunately, that storm system is likely to make landfall somewhere across the eastern Louisiana, perhaps western Mississippi coast on Wednesday night as a hurricane. And that will unfortunately bring another period of hazardous weather to that part of the world that's already been impacted by multiple tropical storms and hurricanes this season. For us, the pressing question selfishly for us is that what will be the impact of that storm system and its remnants as it moves across the eastern seaboard. And right now, Zeta will be interacting with a large storm system that actually is going to be across the Central Plains around this time. So there's going to be a lot of unsettled weather, heavy rain, and high impact weather across the lower Mississippi River Valley and deep south. For us, as that storm begins to move north and east across Georgia on Thursday and into the Western Carolinas later Thursday afternoon, especially Thursday night, we do expect a period of fairly noteworthy and substantial rainfall across the area. But given that the storm system will be weakening as it moves inland and it is going to interact with this storm system that's moving across the plains, the heaviest rain from the storm will actually be spread to the left of the track or further north into places like Virginia and West Virginia and Kentucky and Tennessee. So for us across North Carolina, we're going to see a sharp gradient in terms of rainfall amounts across the area, and we'll highlight that here in just a moment. Don't expect much in the way of wind hazards or anything like that. There is a small threat of some stronger storms to the south and east of the storm center, but given the fact that the storm will be moving across North Carolina on Thursday night, which is not a real favorable time of day for severe weather, at this point we do not expect a lot of severe weather, but that's something we're going to need to monitor for the next few days. So moving ahead in terms of taking a larger view out, just highlighting the upcoming week, today we have a residual cold air damming or wedge air mass that's in place across much of the area. So for many of us, we have a fair amount of cloud cover, even some spotty areas of drizzle and mist this morning. That's likely going to persist for much of the day today. There will be a few breaks during the afternoon, but we don't expect a lot of sunshine, to be honest. And then clouds will thicken up again tonight, and then tomorrow morning will look just like this morning in most locations with a lot of low clouds, some spotty fog, and areas of mist and drizzle. But we do expect some breaks of sun tomorrow on Tuesday, so the conditions will be a little bit better. And then on Wednesday, we'll be in between weather systems. So Wednesday will probably be the quietest and kind of nicest day of the work week with some fair temperatures and a good deal of sunshine. However, as we discussed earlier, Zeta will be moving toward the Louisiana coast here during the midweek on late Wednesday into Thursday. And on this panel in the upper right here, you can see it moving just toward the coast. And here's this larger storm system I talked about a little bit earlier that it's going to be kind of interacting with. And then Zeta will move fairly quickly off to the north and northeast across the Carolinas. And then by Friday morning, it'll likely be moving off the northeast, North Carolina, or Virginia coast early in the day with breezy winds on the backside of that storm system. So just a real quick shot of rain from Zeta. And then as we head to the weekend, high pressure is expected to move into the area and control the weather for the weekend. So for Halloween and Halloween activities, even just for being outside enjoying the fall weather, it's going to be a real nice weekend across central North Carolina. So hitting the highlights for precipitation for the next 7 days. Today we don't expect any real precipitation other than just some drizzle and mist this morning. Again, same deal for tomorrow, maybe some spotty drizzle or mist, but no real measurable precipitation is expected on Tuesday. On Wednesday, as the frontal system begins to approach from the north and west and moisture associated with Zeta begins to approach, we expect some thickening high clouds, of course, and then the chance of some rain in the west late in the day, more like Wednesday night. And then the heaviest and most significant rainfall will occur on Thursday and Thursday night, with just some lingering rain in the east on Friday morning, Friday afternoon, and Friday night should be dry. So looking at just the highlights there in the panel here for Thursday and Friday, which is when just about all the rainfall this week will occur, we see rainfall amounts approaching perhaps 1.5 inches, maybe even 2 inches near the Virginia border. More like an inch, a little bit more than an inch likely in the Triangle and Triad areas. And then down toward Fayetteville and the Sandhills, rainfall amounts will be noticeably less, maybe 1/2 inch or less. This track and the heavy rainfall corridor is likely to shift and modulate a little bit over the next few days. So please tune back into us and look for updated forecasts. But in general, the most significant rain is likely to be north of the track of Zeta. Saturday and Sunday should be dry with fair weather, and the 7-day total here looks a lot like the rainfall amounts for Thursday and Friday, as much of the rain will occur during those 2 days. Looking ahead to the excessive rainfall outlook again for today and Tuesday, little or no rain, so no worries there. And Wednesday, a little bit of slight risks kind of moving toward the mountains that will be associated with Zeta. And then as that storm system gets a little bit closer, we'll be looking at maybe some increasing threat as we head into Thursday and Thursday night. No severe weather is expected for today through Wednesday. And again, we're going to monitor perhaps a small risk of some severe weather south and east of the remnants of Zeta. That would likely be across places like Fayetteville and more likely down toward the coast. Still not a good bit of confidence on that in terms of what the real threat will turn out. But at this point, it doesn't look like a significant impact. And if there's any kind of concern, it would likely be well to the south and east of Raleigh and Charlotte. Looking ahead to the 8 to 14 day outlook, this would again include, looks like the first week or so of November. And we have above normal temperatures for much of the continental United States, especially out in the Intermountain West. And for us here, a tendency for above normal temperatures as well. And precipitation is likely to be below normal across much of the United States, at least the continental United States, including us here in the Carolinas. So above normal temperatures and drier conditions than average expected for that time period. So just hitting the highlights here for the weather summary, we have a persistent wedge air mass in our area for today. Wednesday should be the quietest weather day of the work week. So should get a good deal of sunshine, just some high clouds on Wednesday with highs in many locations in the mid and upper 70s. Zeta will begin to impact our area Wednesday night with some thickening clouds and a chance of rain late. And then an unsettled and stormy day on Thursday with periods of rain and showers. Cooler weather and drier weather will follow behind Zeta for late Friday and especially for the weekend. And again, stay tuned for us. We'll have updated information and details as we head into the next few days with some greater granularity and details on the rainfall amounts and impacts from the storm system. So with that, we'll conclude our weekly briefing. Hope everyone has a good week and stay safe. And again, feel free to contact us at our office through NWS chat or giving us a call if you have any questions. All right. Thanks again and have a good week.